Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis. I'm Giovanni Betancourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Well, traders and investors today are awaiting uh, remarks from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, who will be speaking at a Riksbank conference in Sweden. Despite a Goldilocks U.S. jobs report last Friday, Fed officials' remarks since then are still leaning hawkish on U.S. monetary policy and a higher for longer interest rate scenario. Global stock markets were mixed overnight. U.S. stock indices are pointed toward weaker openings when New York today session begins. Risk appetite in the general marketplace has improved a bit this week, as China has been opening up its business and its borders in a pivot from its strict COVID restrictions. The key outside markets for today sees the US dollar index higher on a corrective bounce after strong losses yesterday that pushed the index to a multi-month low. Crude oil prices are modestly up and trading right around $75 a barrel. Meantime, the yield on the benchmark US 10-year Treasury note is presently fetching right around 3.558%. Now, we've seen a lot of movement, a lot of volatility in gold and silver prices, which are weakened in early trading in USA today. A normal corrective pullbacks following recent gains, a firmer US dollar index, and an uptick in the treasury yields are bearish outside market forces for the metals. Now, technically, let's take a look at the charts as we speak about this. That's not gas, that's gold. So technically, the gold bulls have solid overall near-term technical advantage. Prices are in a 2-month-old uptrend on the daily bar chart. Bulls' next upside price objective is to produce a close above solid resistance at 1900. Bears' next near-term downside price objective is pushing prices below solid technical support at 1800. Now, the first resistance is seen at this week's high of right around 1880, and then at 1900, where I have my resistance. The first support, it could be seen at yesterday's low of right around 1866, and then at 1850, which is where I have my support. Now, as per silver, the bulls have the firm overall near-term technical advantage. A choppy 4-month-old uptrend is still in place on the daily bar chart. Silver bulls' next upside price objective is closing up prices above solid technical resistance at right $25. I have mine at 24. The next downside price objective for the bears is closing prices below solid support of 22. I have mine at 23. Okay, so let's take a look also now at other markets. So we see, or we're looking at the Nasdaq. Yesterday we spoke about how the Nasdaq or how the indices, if they follow suit on how they closed on the previous day, on previous week, Friday. If they open up the same token as they closed on Friday, we should be seeing a good momentum to continue throughout the day. We saw that yesterday. Market rallied right almost up to 11,400 points, but it quickly gave back all of the gains. It could be profit taking, but it quickly gave back those gains. But however, we are still opening higher than Friday today. All right, so far. As if I know we will be opening, if we open right now, that will be opening lower than what we had yesterday, but in reality higher also. So the momentum is still there. This could be all just some profit taking, just awaiting Mr. Jerome Powell's speak his words, but really he's going to be continue saying the same rhetoric. We're going to be seeing also that the S&P 500 has also pulled back. Yesterday the S&P did close lower than obviously than an open. We see that on the red mark on the red candle, and we did open today lower than we opened on Friday. So this is a bit mixed for the S&P. Let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow also did the same as yesterday as the S&P. So that could bring some some uncertainty to the market, so to where they could be moving towards today. Then we have the Russell. The Russell is really just flat out. So let's just continue to see if things will pick up as we open up in about 15 minutes. Crude oil, as I was telling you, trading around $75, still being bullish on crude oil. Then we have nat gas, as I told you yesterday. I'm looking at nat gas to trade inbound within this channel for 425 and 350. That's where I was seeing it to trade. We spoke about gold. We spoke about silver. Copper is the one that is looking that is holding its momentum. However, we are almost reaching into overbought territory. That could probably bring us to our resistance level. So we could probably find some profit taken up here around this $44.10. So be careful of that. Be aware of that. Then we have the euro against the US dollar, is looking to really stay above 107. That 108 is our target. The pound is also looking to stay above 121. Now the 123 for now will be our target. As far as the dollar index continues to move to push lower, it opened up a bit higher today, but is receiving some pressure. So will it stay below 103? Will it reach down to 102? Will it break 102? That's the whole scenario that we want to be keeping an eye on. If that happens, okay, if that happens, if the dollar continues to move lower towards 102,500, then we'll see a nice pop on gold, on silver, on copper, on crude oil. Okay, perhaps even on nat gas. So that's my analysis for today. Keep your eyes open and your powder dry. It'll be a nice trading day for today. Have a nice one. I'll see you tomorrow.